In a past life, he was himself. If opportunity knocks and he's not home, opportunity waits. He gave his father the talk. He is the most interesting man in the world.
I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I prefer Dos Equis.
While campaigning for a third term of the presidency in 1912, Theodore Roosevelt exited a hotel in Milwaukee and took a seat in an open-air car. As a crowd gathered around the vehicle, Roosevelt stood up to wave to them. At that moment, John Shrunk, a local saloon keeper, lunged through the well-wishers and shot TR from a distance of less than 7 feet. The bullet entered his right breast, was slowed by a folded copy of a speech he was to make later and his eyeglasses case, and lodged in his chest. As the would-be assassin was subdued, Roosevelt assessed the damage, and when he reached under his shirt to feel the wound, his hand came out bloodied. His aides insisted that Roosevelt go immediately to the hospital, but TR refused their pleas and demanded that he proceed as planned to give a speech to a crowd of 10,000 people who were waiting to hear him speak. Once he arrived, and even though the right half of his body was turning black, Roosevelt mounted the stage unaided, unbuttoned his shirt front to show the audience the spreading blood stain, and declared, "I have just been shot, but it takes more than that to kill a bull moose." Roosevelt then spoke for 90 minutes before finally consenting to be taken to the hospital. The bullet was not removed, and he carried it with him for the rest of his life.
Just let me go back. You just said that you would practice the dance steps and your father would be holding a belt in his hand. Is that what you just said?
Yes. And he would tear you up if you missed. And so we, not only were we practicing, we were nervous rehearsing because he sat in a chair and he had this belt in his hand. And if you didn't do it the right way, he would tear you up, really get you.
93% of our communication is nonverbal, and only 7% is what you say, the words that you use. So it makes perfect sense to begin working on developing a strong alpha male body language. So how do you develop a strong body language? Something that attracts people to, something that communicates who you are, your character, your intent, and improves the quality of your life.
I've been developing the Swanson Pyramid of Greatness for years. It's a perfectly calibrated recipe for maximum personal achievement. Categories include capitalism, God's way of determining who is smart and who is poor. Crying, acceptable at funerals and the Grand Canyon. Rage, poise, property rights, fish for sport only, not for meat. Fish meat is practically a vegetable. Haircuts, there are 3 acceptable haircuts. High and tight, crew cut, buzz cut. Are the scissors broken in your house, son?
And what I got out of it was, you know, having directed, the one thing I find to be a quality that you either have or you don't have is leadership, strangely.
I want to talk about our opponent this afternoon. They're bigger, faster, stronger, more experienced. And on paper, they're just better. And they know it too. But I want to tell you something that they don't know. They don't know your heart. I do. I've seen it. You have shown it to me. You have shown this coaching staff, your teammates. You have shown yourselves just exactly who you are in here. When you take that field today, you've got to lay that heart on the line, man. From the soles of your feet, with every ounce of blood you've got in your body, lay it on the line until the final whistle blows. And if you do that, we cannot lose.
So what?
So it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be really hard. And we're gonna have to work at this every day, but I wanna do that because I want you. I want all of you, forever, you and me, every day. Will you do something for me? Please? You just picture your life for me? 30 years from now, 40 years from now?
You see, I sit across from a man. I see his face. I see his eyes. Now, does it matter if he wants $100 of paper or $100 million of deep-sea drilling equipment? Don't be a fool. He wants respect. He wants love. He wants to be younger. He wants to be attractive.
I'm living like there's no tomorrow because there isn't one.
This place really runs on charm.
I'm not gonna let a woman talk to me like this.
I hear she's a nice girl.
Who wants that?
Even if you do get my job, you'll never run this place. Wanna know why? Because no one will like you.
Excuse me, is he expecting you?
He's not expecting anything.
I'm a hostage. Look at me. I'm trying to blink you a message. Huh?
What are you saying? You're not happy.
I'm happy. I'm as happy as she lets me be. I sleep when she lets me sleep. I eat what she lets me eat. The only reason she keeps me alive is to open jars and kill bugs.
For the last 3 years, I have served as troop leader of the Pawnee Rangers. This is our handbook. I wrote the whole thing myself.
Never give in. Never, never, never. In nothing, great or small, large or petty, never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense. Never yield to force. Never yield to the apparently overwhelming might of the enemy.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
You know, biblical manhood is understanding that God has designed the blueprint for manhood. And so you're not operating in masculinity or manhood if you're just doing what society or culture tells you to do. You're
I don't think I realized it until this moment, but it must be hard being a man.